Ever had the perfect prompt until you swap in new data and it all falls apart? Today we fix that problem for good. Hey, I am Naeem from Test Automation TV and welcome to Mastering AI for Dev and QA series, episode number 4. This lesson is based on Anthropic's Prompt Engineering Interactive Tutorial, chapter number 4, Separating Data from Instructions. The idea is very simple and powerful. Keep your instructions stable and keep your data variable and fuse them only when you need them. This gives you reusable templates, consistent results, and fewer prompt gremlins when inputs change. Why it matters for Dev and QA? If you are generating test cases, if you are triaging bugs, summarizing logs, or drafting PR reviews, you shouldn't rewrite your prompts completely every time. You should plug in fresh data into a rock-solid template. By doing this, you will have the same behavior with new inputs. As I said earlier, keep your instructions stable and keep your data variable. In this video, you will learn how to build a clean prompt skeleton with instructions only, keeping the data separate. You will learn how to mark variables and placeholders clearly, how to safely substitute user inputs with delimiters using XML. If you are a QA, these things will be useful for you to create boundary tests from specifications, creating API checks from Swagger, and generating bug summaries from issue text. In the first example of this chapter, we are asking Claude to act as an animal noise generator. Notice that the full prompt submitted to Claude in the yellow third box in the chain is just the prompt template from the first box substituted with the input, in this case cow, in the second box. Notice that the word cow replaces the word animal in curly braces in the yellow third box. You don't have to call your substitution placeholder anything in particular, but it is generally good to have your stand-ins to be specific and relevant so that your prompt is easy to understand even without the substitution. Since we are using Google Sheets, the formula substitute is being used here to bring in the value of the variable into the prompt template. If you are using a programming language, of course, there are multiple other techniques for doing the same. I recommend you to substitute the word cow with other words like dog and cat in the Anthropic's Prompt Engineering Interactive Tutorial Google Sheet and try it yourself. The prompts which have a placeholder for data are called prompt templates. Now you may ask, why would we want to separate and substitute inputs like this? Well, because prompt templates simplify repetitive tasks. Such prompts can be very useful in creating SaaS software. Prompt templates can have any number of variables you want them to have. There is no upper limit of variables that you can use in prompts. Another very important point is that when introducing substitution variables like this, we must make sure that Claude knows where a variable value is starting and where the variable value is ending. Let us look at an example where there is no separation between the instruction and the substitution variable. Yo Claude, make this email more polite, but don't change anything else about it. And then there is some email text in the input email variable. And when this value gets substituted, there is only an arrow-like thing separating the email from the prompt. This is not the recommended way to separate the variable values from the prompt body. Before telling you the recommended technique for specifying variable values within a prompt, I must warn you about a big word that is coming ahead. This big word is Extensible Markup Language, or XML. Just don't worry about it. XML is used in a very simple way to specify variable value boundaries in your prompts. We just need to have an opening tag and a closing tag. And the text for the opening tag and the closing tag must be the same. The only difference will be that the closing tag is going to start with a /. All XML tags are created using a less than bracket and a greater than bracket, and the tag name goes within the pair of less than and greater than signs. This document also says that Claude was trained specifically to recognize XML tags as a prompt organizing mechanism, and there are no special sauce XML tags that Claude has been trained on that you should use to maximally boost your performance. The prompt template on the screen is showing how you can define the boundaries of your variable values using XML tags. Here the email tag is starting right after yo Claude, and the email tag is ending right before the arrow sign. And here you can see how a / is used in the closing XML tags. In our next example, we have a prompt which says below is a list of sentences, tell me the second item on the list. And after that there is a tab which says each is about an animal like rabbits, and then there will be the value of the sentences variable. The first one is I like how cows sound. This sentence is about spiders, and the third one is this sentence may appear to be about dogs, but it is actually about pigs. When we will pass this prompt to Claude after final substitution, you will see that Claude will assume that the second item on the list is I like how cows sound, although it is the first item. This confusion can be avoided by specifying the boundaries of our variable values by using the sentences XML tags as shown on the screen. And when we will run the prompt with XML tags, you will see that the response will be correct. In the first exercise of this chapter, we are going to create a prompt which will have a variable placeholder which we will substitute. This exercise requires you to write a prompt in the highlighted template box that will take in a variable called topic and output a haiku. This is a very simple exercise for reinforcing the learning which you have already done in this chapter. The second one is slightly sophisticated. It is aimed at showing you that if you frame your question correctly, Claude will be able to answer it, no matter the messy spellings. For example, if we add a pair of question XML tag over here, the answer to this question will be very different. This is the end of this video. I hope you found this video to be useful. Please grab the lesson resources in the description and follow along. Remember, new episodes of this series and much more drop every Monday, so please subscribe to my channel if you are learning something. And I hope this video will help you in building your first substitutable prompt template and wiring your data step by step. Please remember, I am Naeem Akram Malik. I am a senior test automation engineer and I am looking for work these days. So any encouragement from you means a lot. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.